Hey guys, I know I've been slacking again on my vlogs. It's been a rough couple of days. I just worked over the weekend. Today's Tuesday, by the way. Worked over the weekend and had a migraine and been kind of sick and had a doctor's appointment this morning. And yeah, it's just kind of been a rough day, rough couple of days. But I have an important part of me to share. So today is 9/12/17, 9/12, September 12th. Today is my son's birthday, and I know you guys don't see or hear about it. 4 years ago today, I gave birth to my son at only 24 weeks along. He was alive for an hour and 7 minutes. He was born at 7:52 in the morning, and he passed at 8:59. So 4 years ago today that happened. Around this time of year is always really, really, really hard. So little bit of backstory. When I broke up with my ex, he kept everything. My son was born big enough that he was able to be cremated, and so we had gotten like a teddy bear urn for him. It's an actual teddy bear, and the back zips, and a little heart pulls out, and that zips, and that's where the ashes go. So it's like an actual teddy bear. So he kept that along with the memory box that we got from the hospital, and all the pictures they had taken, the memory books, clothes that my parents had bought at the time for the baby. So he kept everything, and then a year later, we got pregnant again and had a daughter together, and the same exact thing happened. She was not quite 24 weeks. She was like 23, 22. She was a lot smaller. And so we did the same thing. Got one of those teddy bear urns, and the hospital gave us a memory box, some pictures. Like, she was really tiny, really tiny. I thought Grayson was tiny when he was born, but Serena was much smaller. But they were still born, and they were cremated, and we got urns for them, and he kept those when we broke up, and that was really hard for me. And knowing that Grayson's birthday was coming up today was getting even harder. And in my recovery process, in my alcohol recovery, that's been a big resentment, and that's been one thing I haven't been able to totally forgive him for, because he kept those things for me. He wanted to have that power still, knowing how much it was hurting me. So I got a call from my mom last night. Like, we were already on the phone, and I was having a really rough day and just like complaining and upset and telling her sorry for complaining, and she said it was fine. Got off the phone with her, and then like maybe not even 20 minutes later, maybe 20 minutes, she calls me. It's about 8:30 at night, and she says, you need to come out to the house. And I live in Medford, and she lives in Sam Sally, so it's about 30-minute drive from my house to her house. And she was like, you need to come out here. And I was like, what, tonight? Like, what's going on? And she's like, I have a surprise for you, and it's gonna make you cry. And I had just talked to her yesterday earlier in the day about my dad getting a hold of his dad to get the stuff back. And when I was previously on the phone with her, she was like, yeah, I talked to Dad about it. He's going to get a hold of him tomorrow. So anyways, back to the point. I didn't think that it could be that. I was trying to think of what it could be, So Justin got home from fishing with one of his buddies, and I was like, babe, this is what's going on. Mom said I need to go to the house, and she has a surprise, and it's going to make me cry, and I'd really like you to go. He wasn't too thrilled on going. We were both really hungry, like trying to figure out dinner, so I had to call her to see if there was dinner out there, and of course there was, so he was gung-ho for that. So we drove out there, parked the car, got out, and Mom and Dad are both standing on the front porch. And they both just have that look, like, it's just that parent look. You can't really explain it, but something's up. Like, they really want to tell you something or really want to show you something. And so, like, I was even smoking a cigarette, and my mom was like, you need to put that out. I was like, I just lit it. Like, okay. And so they both walked with me inside the house. Their bedroom door was shut. I was like, what's going on? And my mom was like, take off your jacket and get comfortable. Because I was wearing my big Carhartt jacket because I get cold, and it was a little cold to me. And I was like, okay, And she opens up her bedroom door and turns on the light. And everything that was being kept from me was sitting right there. My baby's urns, their memory boxes, their pictures, picture frames, everything. So that made my night. The day before Grayson's birthday, the story that I was told was that my ex literally got a hold of my dad yesterday and said that he had the stuff for him and he took it out to their house. And when I was on the phone with my mom, I guess they hadn't gotten it yet. But she didn't want to tell me until she knew for sure that they were getting it. So that's why she had me come out last night. And I guess my dad was like, oh, she can just come get it tomorrow. And my mom was like, no, like, I need to be here for her when she gets it. And I needed my mom there. I needed her. They opened up the door and I lost it. Totally lost it. In a good way. I grabbed my bears, my babies, and I held them and I cried. I sat there and cried. I got my babies back. Like, I know they're always with me. I know. And like, when I started my alcohol recovery, there was a night where I almost died. My dad watched me almost die, and I should have died that day. But I had somebody watching over me, and it had to be them. They were both watching over me. So I know they're always with me, but it's to know that their ashes are back with me, and I have their pictures, and I can look at them and see them. It just makes me so happy. And here, I'll show you. I went ahead and left the boxes and picture frames and stuff with my parents because they can hold on to it and keep it safe while Justin and I are trying to figure out where we're going to move and all that fun stuff. But this is Grayson's bear. Grayson's little bear, and it's even engraved. Grayson David. His ashes are in there. And then we got the same one, but in white, for Serena. Serena Rose. So, I am very, very, very happy today. Very happy. I feel complete. I feel relief. Happy, and Justin's been super awesome today, and I always go and let balloons go for Grayson and Serena when Serena's birthday rolls around, and he went and did that with me today. I bought the balloons, and I was gonna grab a Sharpie from home and forgot, so he bought Sharpies so I could write on the balloons, and and he bought lunch so we could go have dinner at the park, for lunch at the park. So yeah, that's my important part of me share, and I hope you guys like it, and yeah, we might go hit a pond or something tonight, so I'll keep you guys updated, okay? All right, bye. Thank you.